What is the measure of the life of a great man? For many, the obituary is where one's accomplishments are laid out, where their impact is examined. For Will Carleton, this does not seem adequate. For the life he lived, some obituaries are insulting. More than one paper chose to memorialize the great poet with a single sentence: Will Carleton dead of pneumonia. And that was all she wrote, relegated to a sentence next to skincare ads. Brooklyn's Weekly Chat appears to be more respectful, devoting a significant section to Carleton. That is until you realize he has been consigned to page 32 of the paper, next to an ad 3 times bigger. The Boston Globe is a bit kinder, with an obit down the entire page, on page 8. But almost all of Carleton's obituaries focus far too much on his death, or tabloid details of his depressing final years as a reclusive widower. His life was far more than that. The most respectful tribute comes from the Indianapolis News, which begins, "The life of Will Carleton illustrates that there may be 2 kinds of greatness, one of undisputed power and personal production, and the other of a continuous and conscious effort to do good, to help others, even if the means were humble and sometimes crude." It seems that many papers were ready to forget Carleton, but in Michigan, he would not be forgotten. In 1919, 7 years after his death, the Michigan legislature created Will Carleton Day. Each year on October 21st, the date of Carleton's death, teachers throughout Michigan were required to read at least one of Carleton's poems to their class. The law remained in effect until 1995. Perhaps Carleton's most enduring influence is in his advocacy for the aged poor. Many progressive reformers were moved by Carleton's words in Over the Hill to the Poorhouse. Most famously, President FDR cited Carleton as a strong influence for his signing of the Social Security Act. The poorhouse in his hometown of Hillsdale, which operated for many years and inspired his poetry, was also posthumously named for Carleton and is now a museum dedicated to his life. His work about the poorhouse inspired multiple films and even musicals, including the famous 1931 picture Over the Hill. Carleton also helped set up a discretionary fund so that students at Hillsdale College could take out a $50 Carleton loan at no interest. This loan fund still exists today and was meant to help students not go into debt taking out large loans for minor expenses. It is said that men die twice. First, when they pass mortally, and second, when their name is spoken for the last time. In Hillsdale, where a street, school, and multiple services at the town's eponymous college are named after Carleton, he will not be dying anytime soon.